for the most part, when she says stuff like that, I'm like, yeah, kill the bad guy's dead. Hi, this is Daphne Brogdon from Cool Mom. Here's my question. Is it wrong to want to raise my daughter to be a bad? That I encourage her, that she likes to be, you know, play a superhero, and she wants to do water guns, fine with me. She said the other day something about, I'm gonna kill the bad guys dead. And I did comment once about, well, you know, kill's kind of a big word. But for the most part, when she says stuff like that, I'm like, yeah, kill the bad guys dead.
Daphne, I love you, but I have to disagree with you on this one. I just wrote about this last week on Babbel because up until last week, my son didn't play superheroes. He didn't know who Spider-Man was. My approach is to show my child the alternative to violence. Otherwise, what's the point? Like, we're just, you know, perpetuating this thing.
Whew, this is a tough topic. I didn't think it was gonna be so tough. But I guess I'm sort of, I'm somewhere in the middle of you two. It's kind of a me sandwich right now, which I enjoy. I feel very strongly about discouraging violence. At the same time, I recognize that that sort of play is innate for a lot of children, especially boys.
I had friends years ago who I gave their son, I don't know, it was like a bunch of plasticky whatever, but I guess there was something in it that looked like a gun. And he was so excited for the person. He was like 3 years old, 4 at the most. And his father immediately was like, Jemmy, do you know what this is? It's a gun, and a gun kill people. Gun is bad. And poor Jimmy was just kind of like, I just want to play with my toy, you know?
The whole thing about violence in children, I think it makes people so uncomfortable because they don't want to acknowledge that their kids have these impulses. But I don't think it's about violence, especially don't think that the play acting of good guys and bad guys has anything to do with any kind of dark impulse.
I feel like violence is never okay. And I want Archer to know that. I want Archer to know that, you know, whether he's killing a bad guy or squashing a bug or, you know, pulling branches off trees, that we don't do things to damage or hurt other things. We just don't.
And I think if, you know, if my daughter was like a teenager who, you know, was at risk for becoming a gangbanger or something, or mentally unstable, then maybe that would be one issue. But she's not. She's at most risk of being a victim of violence more than anything in her life.
I've lost more friends than I can count on one hand to guns. And I just can't get behind it, even as a toy. I can't, you know, if my kid wants to role play with guns and shooting people, what's the difference between my kid role playing with that and role playing with things that are just as dangerous?
I had a friend who, when Henry was around 2 and started doing shooting games, I asked her, what does she do when her son pretends to shoot her? And she said, I pretend to die. And I thought that was just like, oh, really? Ooh, that's horrible. But yeah, then I kind of started doing it. It's a tough topic. It really is, especially because so many people are affected by guns and feel quite strongly about them. So I look forward to hearing what, you know, everyone else has to say.
Join the Momversation at momversation.com.